Three, one, two, action. What's up, guys? Welcome again into the episode of the course. So, this introduction, we did the first introduction. So, on this second, we are going to delve about what is BIM and what is the BIM tools and why the introduction of BIM. So, let's move on into the lectures. So, BIM is a building information. It's both a tool and also a process. So BIM is a building information. You can't go away without the BIM and you can't go away without the tool. So BIM is both a tool and a process and cannot realistic exist without other. So building information implies an increased attention to more informed design and enhanced collaboration. So what this point is talking about, building information implies an increased attention to what? Informed design and enhanced collaboration. So in BIM, you are able to see what? The modeling by getting the information and also giving you a specific information about the building in which you are modeling. But first and foremost, why the introduction of BIM software, not traditional CAD? So we have traditional CAD such as AutoCAD and other software as well. So why are we introducing a BIM or a building information tools? So CAD software has helped us in the previous years in drawing separate with no inherent relationship between drawings. So in the previous years, or we are having a CAD software which we used to draw our 2D elements such as rectangles and other stuffs. So in this type of production environment or in this type of traditional CAD environment, the team creates plans, sections, elevations, schedules, and perspective as a standalone entity and must coordinate any change. So what happens in traditional CAD is all elements or all drawing elements are drawn separately. So when there is what any change, it has to be do or it has to be dealt with what manually, which brings what more or which adds up more time. Some people worked on Monday whole lot of days using the CAD software. So BIM tools help you what to what work fast. So let's see an image here. So with this image, this is a CAD project, which the arrows indicate that it's a CAD project. So we have separate files, we have schedules, we have the building elements, we have the elevations, we have the floor plans, and also one perspective as well. So this CAD traditional or the CAD software was helping us to draw separately from different angles. So let's move on onto the second slide. So in a BIM-based workflow, the team creates 3D parametric models to generate the drawing necessary for documentation and analysis. So BIM tools or BIM workflow helps us to generate a 3D parametric model. So in BIM or in BIM aspect, we see our element in in 3D, and also which helps out to generate information necessary for documentation and analysis. So plans, sections, elevations, schedules, and perspectives are all byproduct of creating a building information. This enhance presentation methodology not only allows for high coordinated documentation but also provides the basic model geometry necessary for analysis, such as daylight studies, energy usage simulation, and material takeoff, and so on. So what this note or this note is trying to talk about is what it helps out to analyze various elements like lighting studies, energy usage simulation, material takeoff, and so on. So I have some images in which I'm going to show you. So this is a concept of how BIM information helps. Everything is created with assembly. It's parametric and 3D as well. So we have this image as a BIM project. So you have everything combined in one from the left hand side. Also, we move on to the next slide, what? Integrating tools inside a BIM workflow. So what this note is going to talk about is explain why we need a tool such as Autodesk Revit. So let's read on. As we have read with the explanation of and the process involved with BIM, the final aspect to discuss is the technology which brings us to this topic. Without a technology, you would not be here. It supports all the other things that makes building information possible. So the purpose of this video is to connect your knowledge as a person with the best understanding of authoring tools capabilities. This specified authoring tools known as Autodesk. So let's find out the technology modeling tools Revit. So what is Revit? Autodesk Revit software is a BIM application. So an Autodesk Revit software is a BIM application for authoring what? Parametric 3D model that generates geometry with embedded information for design and construction of buildings and infrastructure. It forms the intelligent models such as plans, elevation, perspective, details, and schedule. All of these necessary instruments to document the design of building can be derived. So all the information that you need for your documentation is provided in one tool known as Revit. Drawing created in Revit are not a collection of what 2D lines and shapes that are interpreted to represent a building, but a live view extracted from visual building model. So this is not just like the AutoCAD software. This is what a 3D software in which helps you to what extract from visual models as well. These models are a compilation of intelligent components that contain not only geometric attributes but also data informing decision about the building at every stage of the process, including occupancy. So this is a few things that we can talk about Revit. So we are going to move on into the software, and also we exploit our experience and how to use the software as well. Thank you for watching and see you in the next slide of our lectures. Bye for now.